Hello, everybody. This is Mike for Road to the Illuminati. This is Vibrations and Symphonic Ideas. Last night, as I laid down to rest, I still heard the faint vibrations emanating from inside my head. These subtle hums are familiar now, sounds I mimic to recreate muscle memories within my mind, a form of healing and processing. Everything that moves, figuratively speaking, can take any shape and form and contribute to my betterment. An idea, a concept, or a desire to understand fundamental truth learned in childhood. I no longer entertain distrust of what I perceived as subconscious or supernatural phenomenon. Such skepticism is a breach of my trust and myself and a lapse in judgment. I have learned to evaluate all moving parts with long-term vision and responsibility. Until trust is fully restored, I no longer allow interference or distraction. When I stop hearing buzzing and instead feel the flow of energy entering my mind, I become aware of imbalance anywhere in my body, whether it's subtle twitch of forearm hair or an electric sensation in my mustache or the spontaneous creation of gas in my stomach. This awareness spans scales from the intimate balance of my personal yin and yang to cosmic opposites too vast to grasp. To influence and voice over these energies required the uttermost diligence and responsibility. I reject unnatural requests without grounding source or clear reason. The reattachment of my spirit animals and subconscious has been a wild, ongoing journey. If my ego were hijacked or my pink plane stolen and my constellation severed, I still remain connected to these tiniest circuitry board of ancient wisdom our ancestors mapped back to the stars. Physically, I am strong. Quitting cigarettes as a New Year's resolution has transformed into a daily commitment. I understand deeply now. No one will help you if you don't help yourself. Shortcuts are an illusion. If corners needed to be turned, God would have made the cue earth. Dimensions of shape and consciousness. First, visualize two delta circles, three pyramid sphere, and four polygonal contours. Explore polygonal contortment, recontortment, discontortment, and incontortment leads to the complement dimension beyond the usual 7, 8, and 9. If the ninth is devoured by the seventh, I imagine the eighth is to be lonely, unless the seventh is time itself, and the eighth its intangible shape, and the ninth its absence, negative energy still is eternal inertia. The tenth dimension could host parallel microscopic, tiny version of our mind, each scaling down infinitely. The 11th might be displacement of others, deep sleep REM state, run as simulation for drastic positive change, like awakening to people looking better because of something you set in motion. I recall knocking on the glass of my own TV, trying to make myself wake inside a dream. How did I experience a fourth point of view and remain in awe? By shifting perception of the unconscious consciousness, because a tangled web of never ending of each node has its self-awareness. Inner circuitry and star map. Our inner circuitry may be a star map itself, a sealed vacuum where processing shift poles in cosmic order. Where do we begin exploring this map? Through self-enlightenment. I know my purpose evolved, changing into the best version, extending the finish line further back. Though I am composed and mature more than ever, moments of energetic imbalance still disrupt my thought and speech, causing me to overlook elementary points. Others often miss these too, distancing themselves from their true selves. We all trust our own capacity, especially when the back is against the wall. If given the chance, I would uphold responsibility and show those without a path what it means to embody one's highest version on all plane of existence. Overlaying music and geometry. Imagine overlaying a music vibration depth onto the pi symbol, a cosmic orchestra encoded in DNA symphony. Where do the rest of the instruments hide? Well, imagine quadrant X is equal to vibrational distance direction. Y is energy flow. A, B, C, D, E, F, bass, treble, pitch, tone, frequency on a linear pattern, of course, and E, range. Visualize this as a cone of depth in 4D space. Accounting for gravity, how can energy flow upwards? Particle emit light and sound. Imagine extracting common points from this vibrational puddle, tracing hand motions like circle and dot. Light lens and energy manipulation. Place a light through 3 to 5 different lenses, observed or not. How does depth alter by direction or artificial propulsion embedded in layering film? Can photons be recharged by different element or energies? Can stacked lens preserve or alter energy signatures? Is it possible to skip initial observation points, recharging the light with conscious thought? Water sound energy field. Soundproofing using water or liquid panels, humidity is captured and dissolved into drinkable water. Scaling this could enable distillation from humid air. What happens when water is absorbed by salt in salt fields? Could water be transported and fused into salt or protein mass without freezing? Consider fields of sound frequency range. Sustainable energy in Earth. Hydroelectric dam producing unlimited current by harnessing waveforms, integrating docks and shorelines to generate power, using plastic weight as barrier to shape water currents over time. Societal and economic reflections. Negotiation of Canada's natural resources trade should benefit residents directly, funded retirement, securing property and currency for generations. Gradual NA border strategy focusing south and with energy need guiding policies. Earthquake resistant building with reversible plastic magnets during seismic movement. The magnets lock and levitate, absorbing shocks while maintaining structure. Metaverse app like CRISPR enabling creation of fantastical creatures without physical drawback, playing God or being God. Headphones resonating bass to despite tone and measuring the absorbing frequency. Fingerprint film overlaying fingertips to verify identity in face-to-face meetings with strangers. LED perimeter lights linked into stereo systems, creating energy bubbles that visualize sound layers and voices. Polygonal contour geometry app teaching sacred geometry and metageometry sections for creation, destruction, and material accounting. That was my 1/21/2025 journal entry, also known as Vibration and Symphonic Idea. Thank you for listening. This was Mike for Road to the Illuminati. Like and subscribe.